Good evening, it's Kuro. Got a ranked game in my Z46. Going over the matchmaking, the enemy team has Missouri, Bismarck, Odin, Aegir, Fletcher, Jutland, and Yagumo. The map is Hotspot, and we are going to kick this one off. And this lesson is really going to come down to sometimes you're fighting at an individual ship disadvantage. How do you get around that disadvantage and try to still work out a way to win the game? And this game, spoiler alert, me and the Jutland are going to get into a mostly one-sided duel. Z46 just has terrible HEDPM, and most of the time your AP is just going to overpin a Jutland, whereas his AP can actually do penetration damage to a Z46, and it can create a lot of issues for you quickly. So right out of the gate, hotspot, you've got your big German hydro. I'm headed to CCAP, and I'm gonna push up here and basically see what I can do for my team. I love Z46. It's one of my favorite DDs. Even though it has relatively pitiful HEDPM, mainly because I love its gun configuration. It's straight out of the Japanese DDs, with the turrets, the double XY turrets, and you actually get some pretty good angles on your gun turrets even when you're pushing. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to kind of park around this island where I can use my stern as kind of a mobile gun platform, but still keep the concealment point of my ship, the center point of my ship, behind a rock, so I can do all of this shooting with my stern gun and just remain undetected. If you guys haven't seen those lessons before, basically each ship, and you'll need to go into a training room to pinpoint that spot, has I guess you'd call it a beacon or something like that, that is the reference point on the ship, that if the enemy ship can see that spot and you're within the detection range, the enemy will see your ship. If he can't, you can do some pretty unrealistic things. I'll just put it that way. Where there's a couple videos with Des Moines where I've got the front two guns hanging out past an island, just shooting. And because that concealment point is still buried behind the island, the enemy team can't actually see me to shoot me, and I've got 66% of my DPM going out for free. So that's what I'm looking to do in here. We've got an enemy Fletcher that this guy's kind of pushed out quite a bit, so I'm going to just back up, and I'm just going to try to use this island. I want to make sure that we get this kill, because with the amount of fire coming in at my Fletcher and his course, yeah, my Fletcher's taking a beating right now. So I'm going to pop hydro. I see the smoke. I want to make sure that we get this Fletcher bagged and we're able to trade him out. And we do pick up the kill on the enemy Fletcher. And I'm cranking some shots back off at the Jutland. This Jutland, he plays this very well, and you can tell the guy knows how to blind fire. So I'm already picking up the signs that this guy knows the craft. So here, if you look, I'm rotating. I just lost all of my support back here with the my Fletcher going down, so I'm looking to kite. I've got a minute 26 on my hydro, so I'll see if anything's rushing me, but right now I'm just gonna try to use what I got. I do pick up the cap. Gonna try to put some pressure on this Bismarck. I'm smoking up right here just to basically conceal myself and prevent me from losing a lot of HP. Now, I don't know how this worked, where our Gascon I'm assuming our Brindisi smoked up, but the Brindisi is next to the Gascon, so I can't make out in my head how I couldn't see this Bismarck with a Gascon that close to him. But you can see the push coming up right here, and this is why I'm kiting out. When you're in these situations, always keep your bow pointed at your escape. So Missouri's not really paying attention right here. It's actually a mistake for me to shoot at him because it'll alert him to my position. Jutland's rushing me, and it's just everything's against me right now. So I'm just sneaking out. I'm hoping that I don't get radared. If I do get radared, the Missouri, his guns aren't pointed my way. And, well, I just burned down the Bismarck, because when you get these chances to shoot at enemies, shoot at them. Because you never know if that one fire that you lit might be what it is that kills them. So I'm just backing off right here, and my game plan is I'm just gonna wait till I get some more support, or at least until I get my hydro and my smoke back. You can see some shots coming in from the Z46 right here, and I'm just gonna kind of hold this position right here. I do have all of my HP, and I get hydro detected, so I can't sit behind this island. Because this guy can just come right around the corner and just YOLO torp me. So I'm just gonna get it on. This is me working at a disadvantage here. Plus the island here, the Jutland, he gets an extra shot into me. This was just a really positive trade for the Jutland. So the Jutland does smoke up. I am gonna work my way around to this island, and but I see my opportunity. I've got a Brindisi coming. You can see I'm ducking back into the islands. I do get spotted here briefly, so I am gonna trade some more shots with the Jutland. And you're gonna see the AP volley. I think it's this one that really just boom. Yeah, just. That one decides this exchange right here. You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and trade like that. So I need to work this smarter. And working it smarter is gonna look like I've got my smoke already, my hydro's coming back on cooldown, I've got a Brindisi pushing here, and I'm willing to trade with this Jutland because that leaves my Brindisi to cap this. So I'm playing everything in my head. How can I make sure that we're gonna get this kill and be able to secure this game? So I do push out, I do spot the Z46. I was hoping that I was just gonna hydro spot him, but I pushed out because I wanted to make sure this guy wasn't gonna squirt the middle and then do something like head up to ACAP. So I wanted to make sure that if he was gonna do that, I'd be right on his butt chasing him. So here, just taking advantage of the German gimmick. We still traded fairly equally there, which should indicate to you the skill of the DD player and his ability to blind fire and smoke, as well as just the DPM discrepancy between Jutland and Z46. Not to mention Jutland also gets repairs, so Jutland is a very tough DD to kill. It's one of the premier DD killing machines as far as destroyers go in the entire game. So at this point we've got decision making time. It looks like my Yagumo, the enemy Yagumo, is duking it out right now. They've got an Eiger getting ready to round the one line. Why on earth you'd be out there on the one line, I don't know, because you're basically forfeit all game. If you're gonna push A, you push A down the 3 line. So unfortunately our Yagumo gets put down to the Eiger. Again, most DD fights are decided by who has, the better support. And our Yagumo was just kind of hung out to dry. So me and the Brindisi, we could play this pushing B cap and playing Ring Around the Rosie with the caps. We can probably win that. But what's going to end up happening, I see the Gascon. He's relatively fast battleship. He can cap B with the Musashi, Brindisi, and myself pushing A. Now, I'm at a spotting disadvantage to the Yagumo. I'm one-shot territory for a Yagumo that knows how to use the guns. So I'm playing in the pocket of my Brindisi. That's what I call it. I want to play really close because I have the sneaking suspicion that this Yagumo is going to try to get in under 8 kilometers, I'll call it, to try to torp this Brindisi. Obviously, my Brindisi being shot at, he's spotted by the Yagumo. That kind of confirms my suspicion that the Yagumo is going to be pushing up here. And again, I'm just looking to trade out this Yagumo, get him spotted, and let my Brindisi one-shot him. Well, happily, he ends up eating a pre-fired torpedo that I launched based on if I was in this Yagumo's position, where do I think that I would be sailing? Now, some nice blind fire from the Eiger if you looked. I looked at him, shells weren't in the air, I turned in and started sailing closer to A-cap, and then he fired and managed to hit me. So that's a nice shot there. But at this point, we've got this game secured, and I'm just going to push up here, smoke up, get whatever extra damage I can, and this game is pretty much over. So I hope this game was a good lesson on trying to be sneaky when you know you don't have what you need to win the fight right now. You know, being smart enough to not play the Alamo game and just falling back. And most of the time, if you fall back, you're going to see different opportunities start to open up. Some ship is going to shift into your zone, and all of a sudden you've got support where, you know, a minute before you didn't. Be patient. Wait for these opportunities to arise, and you're going to start winning a lot more games. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. As always, the build that I use will be in the video description below. A link for the community Discord will also be in the description below. And I just want to take a minute, thank my Patreons. They've been really helping upgrade the equipment here. We've got new mics, we've got, you know, improvements to the computer. Really just trying to bring better quality content to all of you guys. If you'd like to support the channel, consider becoming a Patreon. The link will be in the video description as well. I hope you guys are having a good night, and I will catch you later.